If I were to describe the current sentiments of the average business owner towards AI in 2024 with one word, it would be frustrated. It seems like the large majority of people are struggling to find a way to translate AI into making an actual meaningful difference in their business. People hear news about AI 24/7. Last couple weeks I've heard things like AI is partnering with OpenAI to, or Apple's partnering with OpenAI to put AI onto their iPhones, or there's an AI Steve running in the UK Parliament, or Elon Musk is raising like $6 trillion for XAI. Or we'll hear about OpenAI shipping GPT-5 soon. So basically, there's all this really life-changing news that's going on in the world of AI. Yet the problem is, it seems like for most people that their lives are not actually any different. In fact, I run an email marketing business, so I talk to marketers all the time. And at least in the world of marketing, a lot of marketers' lives have actually gotten a lot worse because of AI. I would say a small minority of marketers are extremely good at using AI and have found a way to use it to fulfill on a larger volume of client work without sacrificing their quality in the meantime. And this kind of small group is making more money with less effort and basically just dominating everyone else who hasn't figured out AI yet. And I believe the reason this is happening is because, a large percentage of marketers and business owners they're really not sold on the fact that AI can actually be used to improve their day-to-day workflow. I'm talking about today, not necessarily, 3 years down the line, but more so today in 2024. So, a question I always like to ask when I'm taking a sales call, when I'm writing a piece of long form copy, whatever it is, what's in it for them? What's in it for the other person? At the end of the day, I think that it's important to keep in mind when it comes to AI, 99% of people, or 99% of business owners more so, are looking to do two things. Whether they're hiring someone, whether they are bringing out a contract or whatever it is, they want these two things. They want to make more money or they want to save time. It's one of those two. And it seems like AI is really not accomplishing this for most people right now. A lot of the use cases for AI circle back to things that are sort of like, this is going to happen a few years down the line and it's going to change everything, But most people are not thinking a few years down the line. Most people are thinking, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do this week? For the copywriters out there, if I were going to use like Eugene Schwartz terminology, I would say the market has reached a stage 5 in terms of level of awareness. The market is in a most aware state. Everyone is aware of AI. They know how it's going to impact their future. They're aware of the platforms and what to focus on, and they're aware of all the resources available to help them out. But despite all of this, they're not pulling the trigger and actually buying into AI. They're not figuring out how to use it in their day-to-day. Instead, most people are actually doing the opposite and just checking out and starting to totally disregard AI, which is, in my personal opinion, a terrible strategy. So, if I were to give my kind of overall diagnosis on, state of the union when it comes to AI, I would say this. Most people have completely unrealistic expectations about what AI can do at the present moment. When I say unrealistic, I'm mainly referring to the ease of use when it comes to AI. So this is going to piss some people off. I'm going to say it anyway. If you just log into ChatGPT or Claude and please write me a good sales email for my client. That output, it's going to suck. It's going to be trash. It's not going to be good. If you expect it to be that easy, then you're going to be really disappointed. It's similar to learning copywriting, learning sales. Learning how to use AI is basically a skill in itself. It's one that takes effort, it takes time, takes money, realistically. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all these other LLMs, they have these insane capabilities that have made my life way easier. But I think the issue stems from the fact that a lot of people view these LLMs as with this kind of silver bullet solution. AI in its current state, it can't just like do everything for you. I feel like that's where people are getting caught up. AI is not going to get clients for you. If you run a business, you still have to do client acquisition. AI is not going to go out and bring you clients. when it comes to fulfillment, for me, I write sales emails for clients. AI is not just gonna like write the copy for me. I have to do a lot of legwork in order for AI to write the copy for me. In addition to that, AI is not going to manage itself. I can't stress this enough. You have to really put in the time and effort to learn how to use AI if you want it to actually impact your business. Right now I feel like a lot of people are just kind of sitting here and thinking, why would I take hours and hours to learn how to write copy with AI when I can just do it by hand and write it faster? And ultimately, I think that's really short-term thinking. If you simply put in the time to get good at writing copy with AI, which will take a significant amount of time and isn't easy, then in the long run, you will save an enormous amount of time. If you talk to, I know a lot of like really high level copywriters, guys who charge 25 grand for a long form VSL, stuff like that. And I can guarantee you that they're all prioritizing AI at the moment. If you invest your time upfront to learn, you'll reap the rewards later on. So to look on the bright side, if you learn how to use AI, you'll be able to take on more clients. You'll be able to make more money because you're working with more clients. You'll actually work less in the meantime because AI systemizes your fulfillment and allows you to work a lot faster. But aside from those things, like let's zoom out a lot. I know for me at least, my kind of email marketing business, it is honestly more of a temporary thing. It's this is my first like real business I've run that's got me out of my job, got off the ground, but I definitely have like a bigger vision. There's a lot of other things I want to do outside of my email marketing business. And I think that learning AI is one of the most valuable skill sets you can have in the economy today. Like last year, for example, I saw a job posting from Netflix for a AI product manager. They're offering $900,000 a year. And this isn't like my business doesn't even make $900,000 a year. We're talking about a salaried like W-2 employee. That's straight, obviously like post-tax profit for them. I saw the New York Times offering up like $500,000 a year salaries for AI researchers. PwC, major accounting firm, they just inked a deal to become the largest reseller of ChatGPT's enterprise product. They're going to make billions of dollars off that over the coming years. So my point is, I think that knowledge of AI is going to open up so many doors over the next few years. And if you simply just find a way to become good with AI and also become known for being good with AI, people need to know who you are. Not only are you going to get paid more, not only are you going to be able to run your business more effectively, but you'll have tons of other options, business opportunities at your disposal. Why? Because very few people actually know how to use AI really well. We're still super early. Talk to anyone in like the small business world, the corporate world. These people don't know anything when it comes to AI. Like they don't know anything. It's hilarious. The basics of things like prompt engineering, like how to write a decent prompt inside Claude or how to spit out a decent creative with Midjourney. They don't know the first thing when it comes to this. So anyone who's putting in any amount of relevant effort into this right now, realistically is very far ahead of anyone else. It's kind of like crypto back in like 2016, So large language models are going to continue to improve and get better with smaller outputs, but you have to consider also that means that more people are going to be using them. The size of an opportunity shrinks when there's less risk involved. So if anyone can do it, realistically, it's no longer a valuable skill set. So ultimately, my message to you today would be, it's important to reset your expectations when it comes to AI and actually commit to becoming good at it. You don't want to be like one of these kind of biz op crowd type people. If you actually commit to experimenting with AI for a few hours per day over the next few months, you will inevitably become good at it. So it may be difficult to connect the dots right now with how AI is going to improve your life, but there's going to be no shortage of opportunities available over the next few years for people who are good with AI. So you'll be much better off if you are ahead of the curve and able to execute on those opportunities rather than playing catch up when they become available.